Founders Live is a social platform for entrepreneurs all around the world. It's a community to inspire, educate, and entertain. We hold events in a growing number of cities to highlight emerging talent. And online, we have videos, posts, articles. As entrepreneurs, we're incredibly lonely sometimes, so I wanted to connect other founders to help solve their problems.
This is a good atmosphere to see the different problems that a lot of different industries and startups are handling.
The ultimate vision for Founders Live is a global entrepreneurial community where startups and founders connect with anyone else in the world, and instantly they've reached millions of people, possibly even raised money.
I love new ideas. I love hearing about businesses getting off the ground. Nick always packs the house.
Founders Live was created on a foundation of 4 core values. First, respectful authenticity. You should feel comfortable and just be who you are. Core value number 2, gather around the campfire. We're figuratively sitting around a campfire telling stories. So we encourage you to describe the future that you imagine.
To get everybody from all different age groups, all different industries, and talk about growing companies, it's what it's all about.
Core value number 3, open the door. My success has come from others opening a door for me. We encourage doing great things for people without expecting a return. And the final core value, no name tags. You'll notice that you're not wearing a name tag. That is just an analogy of removing the awkwardness. So if you want to know their name, simply walk up and shake their hand. People pitch their business idea with only 99 seconds. We have 4 minutes of Q&A, and you're going to cast your vote, infusing the 4 core values, short, exciting pitches, and then having a crowd around the world voting on the best startup creates such a unique experience. This will not be your last Founders Live event. We hope to see you at the next Founders Live.
Am I dark? Hold up. Hold up. Let me see. There we go. You're on mute. I can't hear you.
Oh my gosh. You know what? This is very representative of how entrepreneurship goes, that there is always something and you just work around it or figure it out. So yes, we're back on track here. How are you tonight, MJ?
I am good. I'm trying to get like my lighting together. I apologize because I've been like traveling all day. So let me see. I thought I had it for a second there, but shoot.
No worries.
I'm good. I'm good. Let me see. I'm trying here. Hold up. Maybe.
Woohoo! The sun came out. The sun came out.
Here we go. I'm not gonna move it.
Okay.
No,
awesome.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to go ahead and listen to these pitches and see what talent we have for this evening. So,
yeah. So, if you guys don't know us, MJ and I are co-hosts here for Founders Live Atlanta, and both of us are involved with business development for startups. Is there anything you would like to add to introduce yourself, MJ?
Yeah, so I'm MJ Allen. I am a business development consultant, and I generally work with entrepreneurs and early stage tech founders to help them ship their products to early adopters using social selling. So I do a lot of business development work.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing with us, MJ, and we are so glad you're here and that the sun came out for us. So, we do have an opening edutainment topic that I was hoping our friend Bonnie may jump in for as we progress, but we will go ahead and get into it. So, I'm personally more so on the side of creating spheres of influence within your business and developing genuine friendships that can provide sustainable growth across pivots within the company. So, MJ, we both are out there ourselves and assisting other people with, creating these friendships that can be really fruitful, which usually starts with some type of outreach, or if it's someone you've met in the past, it can be like rekindling the relationship. And also, we're still in the relatively beginning stages of people like socializing in person regularly. So I know that a lot of people are not always, feeling up to these different types of like contact and socializing that are really important and becoming more significant. So I was wondering what your thoughts are about how people can overcome their social anxiety.
Yeah, so for me myself, I have, I would say for the past year, because I am an extrovert, I'm the boots on the ground type of person. I've been attending trade shows. I'm actually attending a conference out here in Las Vegas tomorrow, which is going to have thousands of people. I did a conference a couple weeks ago. So I don't, mind obviously going out and networking. Um, I'm just not about to allow fear to kind of dictate whether or not if I'm in a space or not. And I know everyone has their own judgment when it comes to actually being out and being social. But what I will say for those that are still on the fence, you do it when you're ready. You find a way to still network, whether using technology like StreamYard, Zoom, just still finding a way to have some type of human connection is super super important. Um, but when it comes to the social anxiety, um, do it when you're ready. Don't feel like it's something that should be you should be forced to do, because not everyone is comfortable. Even now, not everyone is comfortable showing up in these spaces and willing to have conversations and willing to be out in public and without a mask, whatever. You know what I mean? So just for me myself, I'm a very relationship oriented person. I love 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 meeting people in person and having that connection. So I say do it whenever you're ready.
That's really good. I think that that's a great way to put it, MJ. And I do, I reference my great mentor, David Meltzer, a lot, but in terms of a good way to actually engage in conversations when you are, ready, but still taking a big step is I'll leave this on this to be more interested than interesting and to do good deeds and to be
Mhm.
kind to your future self. And you kind of captured that, MJ. So I think those are some really important points. I'm glad we kind of, touched on this topic. Bonnie is our resident anxiety coach who helps people more specifically with these types of challenges. Unfortunately, Bonnie is not able to join us for her pointers at this moment, but I would encourage anyone who may want some pointers to reach out, and you will see Bonnie in networking later on. Oh my gosh, Bonnie is here in the nick of time. Let me see. Bonnie, we were just talking about how people would have to catch you later for your pointers, and then you showed up. So we were just about to move on to pitches
Hi.
because we are certainly excited. Hi. But if you're ready to just jump in like we often do and just
Yeah.
wrap us up here with some pointers for overcoming social anxiety.
So, uh, thanks for your patience, and also thanks to technology, I got to hear while I was cleaning up all that glass. Excuse me, everyone. Uh, Hopefully, I got it all. I love what MJ was saying about, going at your own pace, taking your time. And that is something that I work with my clients on, is kind of like a gradual reintroduction, right? Where a lot of the people that I'm working with haven't done anything social in a really long time, whether that be going to the grocery store, going to the bank. There's a lot of accommodations have been made for COVID. I'm thankful for a lot of them on high risk, so I definitely took advantage of pretty much every single accommodation you could think of, including sending my husband to the grocery store instead of myself, which is kind of nice, to be honest. But we start small, right? We start with something smaller that feels less invasive almost, and not so scary. And then we kind of work our way up from there. I mean, sending somebody who's got severe social anxiety into a crowd of 10,000 people that are packed in like sardines is, a recipe for a severe anxiety or panic attack. And just a really bad idea. It's a really unkind thing to do. So we start small. I start them like MJ was saying, when they're ready. But we also have to push them a little bit outside of their comfort zones, because unfortunately, sometimes we get stuck in our cocoons, and unless we have that gentle nudge, we don't want to, move our way out of that. So yeah, that's a little bit. I hope that was helpful. I'm happy to talk to anybody one-on-one that may be struggling with either general social anxiety or something specific that they're trying to work on, and and reintegrate, or just integrate for the first time into. And I think the info will be somewhere here for someone to reach out. Sorry.
Yes.
I'm having a brain moment. I'm like dying over here from all that cleaning up.
We're glad you made it back, and we appreciate you coming in at the perfect timing, Bonnie. So thank you, ladies. I appreciate you sharing some insight and opening up. So on that note, we will go ahead and actually ask the audience, as we always do. I was a little quick, MJ and Bonnie. I almost forgot this. If you would like to say in the chat where you're watching from, we're happy to shout some of you guys out. What city are you joining us from? So we'll see if anyone would like to let us know, and then we will get on to our pitches. Would anybody like to say where they are joining us from?
I see we have some first
from
time.
Lawrenceville. Hi,
Yeah.
Mehmed. I'm so glad you made it. Mehmed is from Lawrenceville, Georgia, I assume. Cool. We have Luis. Hey, Luis. I'm glad Luis made it. He's with the Founders Live organization, and a really positive, helpful guy. Yes, he's in Seattle. Oh, yes. Mehmed is in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Cool. We'll see if we get anyone else. If not, we will go on. Oh, we have someone from California. ST. Cool. Oh, we have oh my gosh, I'm like scared to mispronounce this name. Ike. Please don't kill me if you're actually.
I think that looks right. That was mine.
I think it's Ike. Ike, thank you for joining us from Atlanta. All right. That was good. I'm so happy that you guys engaged with us and let us know where you're from. With some from Georgia, some from the West Coast. So that's really cool. All right. Okay, Ike, just to close the loop with you guys, in case you were dying of curiosity, I pronounced Ike's name correctly. MJ was dying of curiosity. Okay.
I was.
Good.
I was.
Can rest easy on that. All right, everyone. So we are going to get started with pitches. So if you guys would like to meet each other, by the way, our friends from the audience, I'm so happy to see you guys engaging in the comments. We are going to have networking in Kumo space after the pitches, and that is a great time for you guys to meet each other. Okay, so we will actually get started with Sarab since I don't see Jackie on camera unless Jackie is there. Are you there, Jackie?
Hey, yes, I am.
Okay, good. We did have you down first, so didn't want to skip you before at least checking. I'm going to take the rest of us off of screen, and when you start talking is when your 99 seconds will start. And then if you're not done at 99 seconds, I will interrupt you and cut it off to keep it fair. And then I'll come back for our Q&A. So let me take everyone except you off screen, and we'll hear your pitch.
Awesome. Sounds good. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jackie Daywood. It's really great to be able to meet and hear you guys. I wanted to just introduce myself to kind of set baseline and give context, because I think context is always really important. So my background is in industrial and organizational psychology. I'm an organizational psychologist, and my background sits mostly in the retail and restaurant industry, and have a lot of experience in the executive search space. So my startup is actually called Diverse Talent Solutions. And so throughout my career, I've seen a gap in the current available options for executive hiring, professional hiring that specifically supports and specializes in diversity. And so therefore the concept of Diverse Talent Solutions came, or DTS. And so I constantly hear of companies wanting to diversify their strategic hires, C-suite, executive level positions. And so we've created a platform that opens up executive search to underrepresented leaders. And so it's designed to attract the best candidates by looking beyond traditional networks. It helps build key relationships and partnerships, making the search accessible for all qualified professionals and companies. Think of it as a collaborative, real-time talent relationship for search firms and in-house recruits looking to make better hiring decisions. DTS is there to provide talent management, accessibility-focused search services to leadership roles. It looks to partner with both small and large organizations with active search using proprietary databases to see.
All right, we're at time. We're at time, Jackie. I had to cut you off. All right, great. So to our amazing viewers, if you have any comments for Jackie, oops, somehow she accidentally went off screen. Jackie, okay.
Still there.
All right, great. So I'll start with a question, and then I will start your timer on 4 minutes. So what is your go-to-market strategy, if you have one?
Yeah, so the goal is to eventually build out the database to be able to have really rich applicants from diverse backgrounds with really unique skill sets that the job markets are needing and these organizations are needing. So the ultimate goal is to possibly be bought out by a SaaS company or an executive search firm to have as one of their platforms or products to use within some of their own solutions.
So, I mean, what kinds of customers do you see your company targeting initially?
Yeah, definitely third-party recruiting firms or executive search firms absolutely would be one audience that we're kind of wanting to position our solution for, because we know that that's the masses of that are going out to find opportunities to match with candidates out in the market.
That's awesome. So how are you sourcing the candidates, and is there any focus around the industry or the type of position?
So the industry that we're currently focusing in on is the retail and restaurant space. And the database that we are currently using is being populated by applicants via job boards.
Okay, so you're not doing active recruiting at this time or during your initial stages?
That's correct.
So are there specific positions within retail and restaurants that you're more focused on?
Yeah, so the target and what makes us a little different is we're looking at the executive level positions and up because that's where we see the most underrepresented communities not finding themselves in those types of positions, or that opportunities are not. I saw a question just come through, but
yeah, we'll get the question up. Okay, yes. What is your background in the restaurant space? Louise asks.
Yeah, so I worked on the organizational development side at a pretty big global donut brand for several years, and so had a lot of insights and partnerships in the quick service retail restaurant world. And that's sort of where the love of wanting to marry, that industry with this bigger mission of wanting to provide those types of opportunities to underrepresented communities and kind of marry the two.
That's great. So the executive roles, you believe or you see data that there is a bigger problem with representation, and that's why you're focusing there?
Yeah, so we invite candidates from, all over. It's not solely just on underrepresented communities or organizations or groups, but that is a focus that we're wanting to do. So when we are going to go to get demographic information, we collect that type of information and make sure that when we provide it, to a third-party recruiting firm or to an in-house recruit, we want to make sure that we provide them, with better hiring decisions and all of the information that they might need for those strategic hires.
Okay, great. And we're close to time, but if there's anything you'd like to add about your big vision.
Yeah, I think the big vision is really to be able to connect professional candidates with job opportunities that kind of pop out of just like the traditional way of connecting, professionals in the world, and to really unique opportunities with skill sets that make sense for where an organization is at in their growth stage.
Okay, we're at time with questions, but thank you, Jackie. We appreciate it. Great to hear from you. I'm going to take you off screen. Oops. MJ, how's it going?
Good. I actually love that with Jackie, she's focusing on the retail and restaurant space. There's definitely a gap and a need. So I absolutely love what she's doing with, just being able to have, the data around hiring diverse talent. That's definitely a solution that is needed. So very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And that's the area where she has some experience. So it's a great way to bring those skills to help people with their careers. That was awesome. So cool. Let's keep going with the pitches. Next up, we have Sarab from Radar X. Are you there, Sarab?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. For some reason, MJ, are you seeing his video? For some reason, it's lagging on my end.
I do not see his video.
Yeah.
Let me try.
I do not see my video. So
You don't see it, or you do?
I do not.
Let me try removing you and adding you back. I don't know what's happening.
I'll try to stop camera and start again. Maybe that helps.
I don't know what just happened just now that I'm most of the screen. What happened to, hold on, there we go. Oh.
Yeah, it was working and now it's not.
So Rob, if you want, let's get these guys from Stoke to go ahead and pitch, and maybe
Absolutely.
down. I'm hoping so. Right, each startup has a total of 5 minutes and 39 seconds. I'm hoping that you can, come back and join us after they're done. So okay. I know guys from Stoke. I know you didn't plan to be ready yet, but I hope they are. Let's see. We're all MJ. I have to say, well, okay, just quickly with Bonnie here. We've all been adapting like all day and like doing this thing. And really that's what I think this is the most about. Even though that wasn't the topic that we picked for our opening discussion, that I think adapting is kind of the natural lesson that's happened here because there's just been a lot, but we're going to keep going. All right. Hopefully these guys are ready. So let's see. Okay. Are you guys able to go ahead and pitch so we can let Sarab try to reboot his computer?
We are ready for you.
All right. Awesome. So I'm going to remove myself and MJ from the screen. Just so you know, I see your screen backstage and it doesn't look like the right tab. So let me let you fix that.
So what we're going to do is as soon as you put us on, we're going to swipe the screen and it should be the right screen. So if it's not, if when you go off, if it's not our PowerPoint, then come back on and tell us it's not. But if it is, we'll just assume that we'll keep going.
Hold on, let me see. I'm going to open it in another tab. If it's not, I'll just share it for you because I'm not restarting your 99 seconds. You're already going to be like pitching by the time we would see either way. So you can try to do it. If not, I'll try to share it as quickly as I can for you. But okay, so hopefully whatever you have in mind will work. I'm going to remove myself and MJ. And when you guys start talking, oh, it is up there. Okay, here we go. Yes, when you guys start talking is when your 99 seconds will start. All right.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys for everything and for adapting. I'm sure this is all kind of crazy time. I'm Kenny Selton. This is Carter Drawn, and we are introducing Stoke. Stoke is a social network that is centered around live event chat rooms. And essentially what we're trying to do is streamline and put all the fans, the show enthusiasts, and just people in general onto one platform to talk about all the live TV shows and create a space for everybody to communicate. So this is how the app looks. It's a live app on the App Store and in the Google Play Store. We can obviously get more into this as we go on. But our next slide just kind of showing you how it works. On the first page, you will see are our events. All of our live events that go from sports games, TV shows, award shows, everything is on that first page that you'll see. The live one at the top and upcoming at the bottom. As we know, within each show, within each game, there's multiple conversations. Everybody has their own vibe that they want to do. And so within each event, we allow our users to create their own rooms. And so what this does for people like you guys who come on the app, you kind of find your vibe. Go into the room that fits you, choose your own. If you don't see a room that fits your vibe, then you create your own room. And so that's what the next page is that you'll see when you click into an event. And obviously within the chat room, it's kind of, fair play, get in the conversation. We have a lot of options you can do in the chat room, kind of send chats. If you want to get feedback, ask questions, you want to reply to comments, you can also like, dislike, emphasize, and laugh at comments. And so it's pretty simple at its core, but we've seen the need people that want to communicate during live events, and they're providing that space for them. If that's not my 90 seconds. Okay, well, I'll keep going. I thought I was at 90. But anyway, our key features, like this is kind of more of the app that you'll see. So in the bottom
now we're at time. Okay, great job, guys, and way to, try to make it work. So, wow, we've already got questions coming in. So clearly this is a hot one. People are interested. So as soon as I get this question up and start reading it, we'll start your 4 minutes for Q&A. Where does this app succeed where many others who tried to do the same thing have failed?
Yeah, so I think our main thing right now is trying to keep it simple. I think a lot of different apps are trying to, provide different features that are not necessary that users don't really want. Things where, they give you a scoreboard in the room. They'll give you live updates that, people aren't really asking for. I think people just want a space to communicate. And who we've talked to, they want simplicity. I want to watch this game. I want to talk to people. I want to be able to reply to their comments and just interact with them. And then when the game's over, I want to be done with it. And so that simplicity that we are providing, we think is our advantage.
Do you currently have a team working on this app with you? If so, how big is it?
So we're quite small. Carter and I are the co-founders, and we are actually the only ones working on the app. We outsource the building of the app, And so we now control the code, and we are interested in building our team, trying to get more members. We are in the search of a technical founder, but it is very much a small team, which obviously requires us to adapt a lot, as you guys keep saying. But yeah, small squad.
How are you planning to build the community around this solution? Partnerships with content providers, social media, both?
Right. So we think that our demographic, they're on their phones and they're on their social media, they're on Twitter, they're on Instagram. And so right now we've been going through those platforms to reach our demographic. And so that's right now is kind of what we're focusing on. We have partnerships with a ton of Instagram accounts, and they've been running ads, they've been doing personalized ads, like, native to them and however they think it'll reach their demographic or their, followers best. We've given them some, templates and graphics that we've created. We've done a lot of different things, but at its core, we're partnering with these accounts that have gained their own followers that we know are interested in communicating in the game.
Okay, cool. What are your moderation features to avoid spam, hate speech, etc.?
Yeah, so we have a report option. And so when we have any chat that is live, our app actually, on the admin side of things, on Carter and I's phone and also in our admin panel, we're flagged whenever the comments reported or, anything inappropriate is reported. And so then we take action swiftly. Very often it's just, we remove the user, remove the content, whatever the case may be. But it's all handled on our end. And also we watch all the chats as well. So it's very much, we have good control over what is seen.
That's good. Is it targeted towards gamers?
So I would not say definitely not like people who play video games. But right now our main focus is sports. So I don't want to conflate the two, gamers and like sports fans, but we are not for like video games, but we do have sports like events.
And what about monetization strategy and competition?
Yeah, so we can have a slide for that. But at the end of the day, it's all about advertisements. We see a unique opportunity where we can we call it mirror advertising, where if there's an ad on the TV, we already know that the users are within our platform. We know what they're watching. We know how they're watching it. And so we see an opportunity with going with some companies and having them show an ad on TV and also allowing the ad to show within our app. And so we call that mirror advertisements. So that's one of our opportunities that we can see monetization. But also we see premium rooms. And so, for example, a sports game.
I have to cut you off. We're at 4 minutes on the Q&A, but great job, guys. Awesome job. We're going to take you off screen for now and get Sarab up here. Hi, MJ. How's it going?
Good. So with Stoke, it is interesting. And between Alex and Lewis questions, they ask some really, really good questions, especially when it comes to community around the app, around their, building that community, looking to see what are some other things that you can offer both online and offline. So I don't know if they're doing like offline events or we'll get them together, for, the individuals or people that have an interest in sports and things of that nature. But I love that question about community and some of the solutions that they will provide. So
yeah, actually doing in-person events is a good idea for this, to create a community that can follow online. Actually, and that's one thing, shout out to my friend Paul Jones, who runs the Community Managers Brain Trust, which Bonnie has actually joined me there. But he's talked about how the future of community is it's going to be virtual with like in-person meetups and retreats. And like, I think that's the future of work too. I hate the word work, but yes. Cool. Yeah. So that's really, I think that's a really interesting strategy for a lot of things, but all right. We can, of course, all chat about these wonderful ideas in networking, but let's see if Sarab is back with us. Rob, oh my gosh, we got it working. Okay. Adapting means that 3 and 2 go in the opposite order, but we got this. Cool. You're here.
Yep.
I can hear you. Yes. All right. We're going to remove ourselves from screen. And when you start talking is when your 99 seconds will start. So 1 moment.
All right. So, hi, my name is Saurabh, and I'm the founder of RadarX. So today I'm going to talk about the enemy of productivity, and no, it's not laziness. So we are talking about those viruses and bacteria at work, which is workplace infections. Right. So you know that if you are an operations manager, you're an HR person, or let's say a nurse superintendent managing a large team, you know that you can create the best plans for the day and for the week, but they get destroyed as soon as you have these seasonal allergies and influenza outbreaks, they happen. Right. So now what we are trying to do is imagine a new world. And so I'd like you guys to imagine a new world where you get to know the risk of infections like gastrointestinal outbreaks, like influenza, for your specific workplace, not just the city and the state level. And again, I would like you to imagine that you are able to forecast how many people will get sick in coming days and weeks. Right? So you can use that information to keep your business running. And then again, imagine that your employees and HR people are making decisions based upon data and not just the political parties that they vote for. Right? So RadarX is software as a service, and it does not just keep your employees safe. It gives you kind of a lot of significant savings based upon the reduced downtime. Right. So again, we are looking for beta customers. We have a few already with us, and we are looking for more to join us in this revolution.
I'll have to cut you off. We're at 99 seconds, but thank you, Saurabh. All right. We will go ahead and get started with your Q&A. So if anyone from the audience would like to ask Saurabh a question, as soon as we start with the questions is when your 4 minutes will start.
All right.
I'll go ahead and kick it off. So who do you think your ideal customer is?
So ideal customer, when the system is running in its full flow, that would be large manufacturing operations, large healthcare operations. Again, we have local healthcare systems where you have thousands of nurses getting in and out, and they have absolutely no way to forecast how many people will get impacted in case of outbreaks going on, right? So those are kind of large outbreaks where people are forced to work together as compared to some of the other folks who can actually work remotely. Right? So that's our target for now.
That's awesome. So we're getting some audience questions. How does your product help keep people safe exactly?
Right. So just imagine that. So right now, if you go out for work, if you check the weather app every day to see whether it'll kind of rain or not, and you take precautions based upon that. So similar to that, we actually have a service that can actually give you the risk for, let's say, contracting a particular disease at your workplace. And we do that based upon some data that already exists. So there are places where you say that, oh, my supervisor, I'm not coming to work today because I have a headache, or let's say I have a slight fever. So we have HR plugins and we have systems to capture that data and then create syndromic models based upon that, which is what we use to forecast risk.
So what is your big vision then?
Yeah, so the big vision for us is that, again, so we did not really start with COVID in mind, but the big vision is that if a system like this, which is a syndromic surveillance kind of a system, which actually detects outbreaks early on in the process, it can be used so that we don't really have future pandemics. There will be local outbreaks which people are able to detect and kind of attack at the local level. But ideally, you should be able to kind of have these decisions being taken at the micro level rather than things bloating up and where you don't really have any data to actually protect yourself.
All right. So another question. So it takes into account the disease is currently at risk in a specific area and determines the likelihood of getting a disease if you went there.
Yes. So, but we do not work at the disease level. So there's a slight technical thing about that. So we do syndromic level monitoring. But yes, I think directionally you're right that we take kind of this syndromic data for a specific community. Let's say 100 people working at a particular workplace. We kind of monitor their data so that we're able to create our models.
So is it to contain the disease?
Yes. So it is about giving you information. So the vision that we have is to create the risk model, and then it is up to the HR people to see what is the prevention that can happen in that specific context, right? So the context is going to be very different if that is healthcare versus manufacturing versus something else.
In terms
and again, yes. So Shubhu, I think the question is that we'll be able to, yes. So we have location-based information as well. So at a specific work location, let's say that there's a co-working place where there are multiple companies working. So yeah, we'll be able to get the risk models for that specific location as well.
So we're almost at time. Yeah. So where do you get data from?
Yeah, so we get data from HR systems. So
we're at time. There you go. Yeah. You got out some kind of answer on that. So good job, Saurabh. Right. Great pitch. We're gonna take you off stage.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
MJ, how's it going? We've got to get this question off of here. All right. Oh, and the other banner too. Anyways, wow, we have some awesome pitches. What do you think?
So with Saurabh, is it Radar X? I'm curious because first and foremost, I understand that he would be using, for the most part, data that HR already has. But I have to ask this question, like, what's going to happen with those that, because we know with employees, sometimes they're not truthful about when they call in or when they're sick. Yeah. So it's like, how are you going to decipher the truth versus when it's not, you know?
Then that's you get just privacy issues and stuff. Well, yeah.
Like, are you going to?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I mean, yeah, you guys can do what? Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, will he get like, maybe HIPAA doesn't have anything to do with it because it is like a, you know, compliance issues and things of that nature. But it's just interesting.
That's right. You're the compliance manager, MJ. You're totally, of course, you're like.
So I'm like, oh, but what about HIPAA? No. So, I mean, no, it's good. I like all of the pitches tonight. My God, like you guys are doing some amazing things. So
yeah, this has been really cool. I love the energy. So let's get this voting info up and let everybody vote. So to our audience here, this is your turn to participate in our show tonight. We will get this voting info up and we will let you pick the winner and then we will announce the winner. So our winner tonight will get 10,000 in AWS credits in addition to other prizes, as well as the opportunity to participate in Founders Live Primetime later in the year. So there will be a pitch competition for North America, and then there will be the global pitch competition. So I am trying to share the correct tab with you guys. So hold on one moment, please, for me to get this voting info up. All right, we got it. So here is our QR code and our link. Oh my gosh, MJ, I learn new things every day. And, actually first of all, a couple things. I kind of like this because I think in the past, having completely dead air was like not the best way to do voting. We do want to give people a moment to vote and make sure they don't feel like they're missing anything. But Hold on. Let me see if I can get this great new discovery to work. Drum roll. There we go. We got music. That's the discovery, MJ. My gosh, MJ, I'm just not sure I'm on this. I'm not sure I'm on this vibe. Maybe we should experiment with this one called Dance Pop instead.
I don't know. I was head bopping. I mean,
You were? You liked it?
I was head bopping. It was okay for me.
Well, regardless, again, adapting is also about new experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll try out the Dance Pop and see. I like this one. Okay, I guess we'll give it a few minutes on the voting. I always get so excited for there to be a winner that I always end up jumping the gun, but I want everybody to really be able to vote. This is such a better vibe than the dead air on our prior vote. There's always amazing new discoveries. If anyone is done voting, you can watch us head bobbing to Dance Pop over here. What do you think, MJ? Should we give it more time or no?
Has it been, we've given 3 minutes so far?
About 3 minutes, yeah.
I would say maybe 1 more minute.
We'll head bop for another minute.
Yeah.
What? I want Bonnie to head bob with us. Hi, Bonnie. Are you going to head bob with us?
Sorry, I'm just imagining you hanging out with Sebastian, listening to his Doom 10-hour Doom workout mix. Did he put that on for you?
I'm sure I probably heard it and just not known what it was.
Yeah.
I'm sure I was head bobbing to that too. All right, guys. All right. Hi and bye. We'll take you off stage, Bonnie. And we're gonna pause the Dance Pop. I don't know if that was really a minute or was it not, MJ? I don't know. But regardless, I think we do have a winner at this point. So
yeah, I think that's close enough. So I think we're good.
Grand drum roll. Okay. So I'm going to take this voting down. So last call. Make sure you get your votes in. But we're going to move quickly on this and take this down. So there we go. Just me and you, MJ. And our winner, drum roll, which is Stoke. Yay, congratulations, guys.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Let's go.
Awesome. So any closing words for us before we head over to networking?
No, well, I mean, thank you. I mean, Carter said them too, but thank you guys for doing this. Obviously, we're glad to be a part of it. It's very cool. It's very necessary. And thanks for allowing us a platform to kind of share more about what we're doing.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for pitching, for both being here. We're glad to have you. We're glad you won. Congratulations. Yeah, we appreciate you. So we hope to see you in networking as well, and you'll get to check out Kumo Space. Someone from the comments asked if Kumo Space is VR. No, I've been making these metaverse jokes, but just to be clear, it's like anything else, or you just use your camera and your audio, or you could do audio only. No, it's not. That's the point of the butt of my jokes, is how like it's relatively low tech relative to what I think the metaverse can become. So in short, anyone can participate with your existing technology. So I've put that link in our comments, and we will get it on screen for you as well. It's kumospace.com/founderslive. Thank you again. Congratulations to Stoke. Thank you to all of our startups who pitch, and of course, Bonnie and MJ for participating and making this evening awesome. And we'll see you guys.
Awesome.
Any last?
Oh, I'm trying to keep
You're
my
good?
phone on mute. I'm good.
We're gonna end. All right. See you guys in Kumo Space.